Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is currently my game of the year so far, bro. This is probably my favorite RPG since Dragon Quest XI dropped originally, and probably one of my favorite single player games I've played all of 2025. However, this game is challenging as hell. Literally, if you're not on your P's and Q's, you will get cooked. This ain't no cakewalk. It's challenge even on normal, and hard is even more insane. So I'm here to give you guys tips and tricks to get y'all started early and things I wish I would have known before I started playing Clair Obscur Expedition 33. If you like this video so far, make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe, and let's get into it. I don't want to hold y'all up. Also warning, I will not be throwing spoilers past the first 2 hours of the game, and I won't be showing cutscenes. If anything, all the footage of gameplay will be from the first 2 hours of enemy encounters, just to give y'all some quick examples on what y'all should look out for in the future of playing this game. Expedition 33 is not an open world game. It's pretty much open zone and can be having its different areas and sections you go in. I would definitely say, and I know this might be common sense for most people, you probably just walk forward and want to get to the next objective. I understand. But in this game, you have to explore. It's called Expedition for a reason. In the game, the reason why exploration is really good is because you have these different chroma pieces that give you upgrades to your overall kit and your character's abilities. And you can even find Pictos in the game. Pictos is really good in this game because it helps give your characters up to 3 little updates or gimmicks to the game plan. You find Chroma, Color of Lumina, that gives you additional attributes or skill points to a character. You have to do your expedition for real. This game literally tells you it's not a race, it's a journey. In the game's combat, you have 2 ways to defend against enemy attacks in a turn-based RPG. You have parrying and you also have dodging. Tip to get y'all started is that a lot of the times in this game, parrying works very different compared to action RPGs, where you can generally see how the game is always in a constant, fast-paced state of mind. In this game, some enemies will literally hold a move and then hit you and you're just like, damn it, I did it too early. You have to react to the animation as soon as it comes at you, not when they walk forward to you. The way I was learning how to get good at parries early on is simply just buffering one out earlier, so now I know, alright, let me lock in and be ready for the actual attack animation coming towards you. I started learning early on that don't react to the enemy's motion, you gotta actually react to the attack or the move that they're throwing at you. On a hard mode playthrough, you need to master this. You're not gonna get far on hard if you don't master this, because enemy damage is much higher on the hardest difficulty compared to Expedition, aka normal, and story. If you're really bad at defense in this game and you just can't get the timing down for a long period of time, for dodge or even parry, I highly recommend in your skill tree early on, as fast as possible, please make sure you unlock all of the healing items in this game. In Clair Obscur Expedition 33, every character can have up to 6 abilities equipped at a time. Personally, I recommend putting at least a healing item, if you can 1 or 2, on every character. Even on beginner, your character starts around with like 150 HP overall. Even on the normal difficulty, the main protagonist and your party members start around 150, 160 HP. The enemies, even in the first 2 hours of the game, if you completely miss, can hit you for 75% of your health or take out up to 75 damage at a time. Meaning a lot of turn-based scenarios could just be 2 turns if they decide to crash out on you if they want to. Since Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is a turn-based RPG and you can see the order of your characters, you should never die if you have healing items or healing abilities added to your game. However, I'm just telling you, play how you want to play. Oh, another thing I wish I knew before I started playing Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Oh my god, when you go to rest points, the monsters respawn like a Souls-like game. So if you need help, you gotta be ready to fight some enemies again if you ain't that confident going forward. This is why I also recommend putting healing abilities on every character if they have them, or unlocking them as soon as possible. Lastly, next is shooting enemies in this game. The game teaches you that you can shoot enemies, and a lot of times for flyers and stuff like that, it is really good. However, shooting enemies at the beginning seems to be very strong strategically early on in this game, because if you shoot them in certain places, you just do critical damage and you stagger them, and a lot of times, depending on the character that is using. I feel like what the game doesn't tell you though is after you use your first initial shot on the enemy, you will do lesser damage compared to that first shot. In a lot of scenarios, it's best to just get the shot off and then go into another skill rather than just using all of your AP in that turn on just shooting the enemies. Some enemies, it's completely different if they're flying or not and things of that nature, but it's good to make sure you're aware of that. Let's talk about attributes. Again, play however you want to play. This is generally a suggestion for people that may be stuck in this game. I strongly feel like 5 to 10 hours into the game, most importantly, if you're not good at defense, your main attributes can go to getting off and protecting yourself. More damage and more health could help you out in the long run. However, when I first was playing this game, I had a realization that I was just upgrading certain things, and certain other attributes help boost 2 different ones at a time. Just because I upgrade luck doesn't mean I don't get upgrades to speed, etc. So there are 5 attributes in Clair Obscur Expedition 33, and they are vitality, might, agility, defense, and luck. Instead of just throwing a point into something randomly, you might be able to upgrade something, for example, like luck, and get an attribute point towards agility as well. Another quick tip to help you get started is learning when to go for dodge and when to go for parry. On a first playthrough, you're not going to know every enemy pattern and seeing attacks happen to you. Sometimes it may just be intuition and luck that you do get a parry or dodge off. Personally, I find it easier if an enemy has multi-hitting moves. It's best to dodge in succession and then parry the last hit of the attack. If a character has one big old gigantic move that's just gonna go cataclysmic hit you, it's best to learn how to parry those moves. Also, it might be common sense, but some animations of attacks are easier to see as a parry than a dodge. Generally, my rule of thumb is if it's melee, I'm dodging it. If it's magic or range, I'm going for a parry. That being said, these are some little tips and tricks to get y'all started and ready for Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Shout out to Sandfall and Kepler Interactive for giving your boy a code for Expedition 33. I'm so excited, and this is one of the best games this year, and it's only $50, bro. Go ahead and cop it. That being said, I love RPGs. On this channel, I cover fighting games, anime games, and RPGs again. So remember, you guys are golden, and that is raw. Squalla, peace, and I'm out.
And I swear I never felt like this.
Let's see who's stronger.